guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Chiara, and in today's video I'm going to the Era's toy, and I thought you guys could help me make my outfit, and I could show you how I'm making my outfit. So first off, if you don't know, when I was 2 and 10 months I suffered a stroke resulting in right side hemiplegia, and I will link a full video about my disability here and down below if you want to go watch it. And if you like these kind of videos and you want to learn more about my disability and learn more about how I do one-handed tasks, you might want to see more of me, please consider subscribing. The subscribe button will be below. So, I thought I could show you my outfit and kind of like how I'm making it. So, what I'm planning to do. So, for my outfit, I've got a glittery top and I'm mainly doing a skirt. So, this is a skirt I got. It was plain when I got it. I'll insert a picture of a plain one. Or what I've done so far is I've added these patches. So, can you see? It's got like a Reputation one. It's got a guitar, and then it's got this one that says, Devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes. And then on the back as well, it's got, I haven't done so well. On the back, it's got a long live dragon, can you see? And then it's got here 1989. And then here it's got You're on Your Own Kid, because I'm going to Taylor Swift tour by myself. Plus, I just kind of really like that song. So, what I've done so far is I put the patches on and I ironed them on. And I didn't film it, but what I'm doing on the front is I'm sewing a load of these little star beads. Can you see? They just look like that on. And then in this corner as well, I've got a TS for her initials. And then on the back, I've got, it says the Era's tour on in beads again. Let me show you. Let's see if we can get up close. You can kind of see like that. Can you guys see that? Like that. So I started sewing star beads on them, but I feel like it needs a bit more. So this is the front, it just looks like this. And then I'm going to sew some more beads on it. Like, I think I need some more here and here. And I think as well, I'm going to sew some on the back as well, because I don't like it when things don't like match on the back. It really annoys me. So I'm going to sew some star beads on the back, but I probably won't put them like at the bottom because I feel like it might be quite uncomfortable when I sit down. But I haven't decided. So I thought today to show you how I sew with one hand, like how I'm sewing on these beads, because I'm sewing them on by hand. So it's taking me quite a long time, but I think I can do it, because if you don't know, here's a little fun fact about me. I did a degree in textiles and surface design, and I do actually know how to sew. So I thought we could do that today. So I think I'm going to start sewing. So I think what I'm going to do is, I need a needle. So I use a needle and thread. So I'm using black thread, because it's the only thread that I had, and I haven't bought any more blue thread. But the black thread seems to be working because it's like so dark. Anyway, so I put my needle here, and then I take the thread. So I have to do this one at a time. I can't like sew them on all together. So I take about probably, I would say probably about this much thread, like this. And then I cut it probably there. So we've got this much thread here. And then what I do is I've got the needle on my box here. I take the needle and I take the thread and I just thread it through the needle like this. Like that. And then what I do is I've got some extra thread from the other day. Then what I do is I take these two pieces and I make them the same length. Then what I do is I just tie them together. So I will take the tie like this and I will just tie them together in a knot like that, and then that seems pretty secure. Sometimes I double and sometimes I do the knot again. I just kind of do a knot, like tie the knot like that. Can you guys see that? I'm going to put it on my hand like that. So once I've done that and it's knotted, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the colour bead I want. So I think we're going to go with, I haven't actually quite decided. I think we're going to put some more beads, like we need some more definitely over here. So I think we're going to go over here today. So we're going to do this side here. So what I like to do is I think we're going to go maybe with like a pink, maybe with like a blue. So I'm going to find a blue in my pot. So here we go, I've got a blue star. There actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick up the needle. This is quite hard to do. Okay, I've picked up the needle. So what I'm going to do now is actually I'm just going to thread. I'm going to put the needle through the skirt like this. Here I am, just putting a star through the thread. And then now I'm just going to do the first stitch on the star. And here I am just stitching the star onto the skirt. Sometimes this is when it gets quite tricky. It's like I want it quite tight, so I don't want to do the stitch too far away from the star. So what I do is I pull it through like that, and then I'll pull. It doesn't matter that that's going through the loop. Like, don't worry about that, it will be fine. Because it might just actually make it more tight. So you just want to make sure you pull the needle all the way through. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through on this side here, like this. Like that. And you see where the needle is. Can you see that through there? It's kind of, can you see it's through here, the needle? So then I'm just going to pull the needle through like that. And then I'm just going to pull it back through here like that. And we're just going to make it tight again like that. And then I'm just going to do that. And then I just continued stitching the star onto the skirt. I did a couple more stitches like that. And then I brought the needle back through and did a couple more stitches to the star. And then what I do is I see how tight the bead is. But these ones are quite tight, like the previous ones I've done. So I'm going to do a couple more stitches just to make sure it's super tight, because I don't want it to like fall. I'm going to go this side here. I'm going to pull it through, and then we're going to pull that through there. And we have to be careful because sometimes it pulls on the skirt denim, so I don't like to do that. So yeah, just pick up the needle again. I think it just needs one more stitch, and then it's done. That's done. That feels pretty secure, so now I'm just going to push it through one more time, like that. And then that feels pretty secure, and I've just sewn this one on here, so I'm just going to tie. I'm just going to finish it off so it stays on. I know it looks weird. My skirt looks weird inside because it's not the best sewn inside, but it will be fine. So what I like to do to finish this off is I will go in here, so it will go from the inside, and I push the needle under like that, and then I pull that through and make sure it's tight. And then I do it a couple more times like that, and then a couple more times. I'm just finishing off the back stitches. Now it's secure, and then what I like to do is I like to cut this. So I like to cut it like really close to the needle here, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to tie it in a knot. So I'm going to put it on the table like this, and then what I do is I take it round like this, and then I tie it round like that, and then I pull through, and then what I do with my finger and my thumb is I pull it like this. I pull the extra thread, then I take my finger around, and then I just push it and pull it and hope that hopefully that knot's quite close, and now it is. And then what I do is I'll just make sure it's as tight as it can be, and I'll just do it again. Just like to do two just to be secure. Now I'm just tying the thread together. I'll just cut it. So I just cut it kind of as close as I can. So I might cut it there. And then hopefully that should stay and be secure. And that's how I secure a bead, and it's just on there like that. Re-thread the needle because I need to add another needle because I have to you can't sew them all together. So I'm just putting it on here again. And then I just thread the cotton through the needle, and I just tie the two ends together so the cotton doesn't fall off the needle. I've got the needle and thread. Then I'm going to go from the inside of the skirt and put the needle through where I want my star to go. Now I'm just stitching the star onto the skirt. Here I am just stitching the star onto the skirt. I put the thread and the needle through the star a couple times, and yeah, I'm just stitching the star onto the skirt. Again, I'm just continuing stitching the star on the skirt. So yeah, I'm just stitching it on, and then I'm just doing a couple more stitches before I tie it off. Then I'll twist the star to kind of see how secure it is, to see if I think I need a few more stitches before I tie it off. Here I'm just tying it off because I thought it was tight enough. Now I'm just making sure that the star doesn't fall off when I cut the needle. And what I do is I put it through the stitches I made. And now I'm just cutting the thread to finish it off. Now I take the two pieces of thread and I just tie them together. So what I do is I take them and I twist them around my finger like this, and I make a loop, and then I take the end bit of the thread and I pull it through the loop like that, and then with my other fingers I push it and I pull the thread up towards me and I push the knot down to create a knot, and then that's how I tie it together. You can see it ties a knot like that. What actually I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more loop because I don't think it's tight enough and I don't want it to fall off because that would be the worst. I'm just going to tie quickly another loop, and then once I've done that I'm just going to cut it like quite close, probably about like there. And then that's done, and then we're just going to flip it over. We've added another bead, so that's done. Okay, so we've done 2 so far. So here I am adding another star to the top of my skirt. So I'm just stitching another star to the top of the skirt, and I do exactly the same technique I did for the previous beads I did. The star beads took me such a long time to sew on. It took me such a long time. So I did do a lot of it off camera because each individual star probably took me about 20 minutes to sew individually. And I did it in so many different stages because I probably did like 2 or 3 each day and then just came back to it. It took me such a long time to sew all these beads on. Okay, so I've sewn a few more on. I don't know if you guys can see. The thread. Okay. So I've sewn some on this side. Can you guys kind of see? I've definitely sewn some more on, and I've sewn some on this side. So I think for now I'm going to leave it like that because I'm getting tired of sewing and it's quite hard with one hand. But I've done a few more here, and like here as well. So I think I'm going to leave it like that, but I need obviously to put more, and I still need to do the back. I haven't even started the back. Well, the only thing I've done with the back is put that on and put the patches on because I did the patches all at once because it was easier. So yeah, that's where we're at the skirt at the moment. But yeah, I will see you later, and I might put it on so you guys can see what it looks like on it. This is it on it, just looks like this. Can you see it's got like, so I put the beads on it so far. I've got some here, and I've got some here, and then I've got TS there. And then I haven't started the back for the beads yet, but I think I'm going to put some beads on the back. I have sat down with this bit of the back to see if it was comfy, and it's fine. So I think I'm going to put some more beads here, just to make it look a bit better, just because I think it needs a few more there, and then I will start on the back tomorrow. So yeah, this is how it looks so far. It just looks like this, and yeah, this is how it looks so far. You can see, let me just kind of like, so you guys can see properly. You can see the little beads, yeah, so it just looks like this. So far, I'm not wearing this top, I've got like a sequin top to wear. But yeah, this is how it looks so far. I'm really happy with it. So I just need to add a few more beads, I think, to kind of like make it look. I just wanted to add a few more. I think it looks, like looking at it in the mirror, I think it needs some here. Some like there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, this is it so far. This is the back. It's just, I've got the patches on it and I put a little Iris tour thing there. So we're just going to put some, we're now going to start putting the beads on. So yeah. So I'm just stitching the first star on the back. I had a few problems with the first star because I used a different thread and I think the thread was slightly thicker and I had trouble pulling it through, so this is just me trying to sort it out. And I also stitched a pleat together by accident, so this is me trying to untangle the thread and trying to sort it out. I'm really struggling with it, so I just I think what I did was I just decided to start again. I am starting on a different section of the back of the skirt. Again, I had issues with the thread. It kept knotting. I think it was too thick for the star or something. I don't know. I had real issues with the thread. But I did manage to stitch the star on the skirt with the thread. But I didn't use this thread again after I did this one because it just kept knotting. So here I am stitching a star on. I think it was just too thick, the thread. The reason why I got different thread was because I wanted it to be navy. I originally was using black thread, but I wanted it to be navy, but then the navy thread turned out to be too thick, so I went back to my black thread. Now I thought I would put a blue star next to 1989, so I'm just going to start stitching my blue star here, so I'm just going to stitch it like this, and then that's the first stitch. And I didn't really have that much thread. I realised looking back at this footage, that's not a lot of thread, so I'm not sure how I did this, but I did. And this one worked really well with this thread. I think I went back to the other thread because it was easier. So yeah, it worked really well. But that's not a lot of thread. So here I am again, just sewing it. Here I am just sewing the star onto the skirt again, and it's working. And now I'm just sewing it again. Here I just finished it off again, so I'm just putting the needle through the stitches I did on the back to finish it off. And then I went back to the original pink one I did, but I kind of moved it up slightly so it wasn't on a pleat, and it wasn't going to get stuck on a pleat. So here I am just stitching it on, and yeah, here I am just stitching the star, and I had no problems with this because I went back to my original thread. This is where we're at the back, so this is what I've done so far. Can you guys see that? I've done quite a lot on the back actually. So we've just got a few more bits we need to do on the back. I just need to sew some more on them and I think I'm done. And then I'm going to try it on so you guys can see what it looks like on. And then we'll do some more. So yeah, okay. So let's do some sewing now. So I think we're going to... There's just a few more places where I'd like... And then I might do a little bit more on the front as well. But we're going to see how it looks on and stuff and then decide. But this is how it currently looks. So yeah. So I need a needle. So... Just getting a needle and thread, and then I'm going to thread the needle. And here I was struggling a bit to thread the needle. So what I did was I just put the needle through, like that. And then I'm just grabbing the star and putting the star through the needle and the thread. And then I'm just stitching the star onto the skirt. And for the back, I like to do quite a lot of stitches. I like to make sure the star is secure because I don't want any of the stars on the back to fall off. And as I know I'm going to sit on the back, so I didn't want any of the stars to fall off or come loose. So I made sure all the stars on the back were quite tight. And then I just twist the star to see how secure it is. And then if I'm happy with it, I just put a couple stitches in the back to secure the star in place. Now I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it off. So I'm just literally going to cut it here, like that. And then I take this, and then I just tie the thread together, and then I just kind of cut that off so we cut the excess off, and that's done. Okay, so here's where we're at the skirt. So I've done the front, so this is the front here, and then the back I've done quite a lot on. I did quite a lot off camera, but I have filmed some of it, and it just looks like this at the moment. So I'm going to put it on so you guys can see what it looks like on. So back in a minute, bye. This is how the skirt looks on. So this is the front. This is what it looks like from the front. So that's my washing. This is what it looks like from the front. This is what it looks like from the back at the moment. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that at the moment. Let me look. I'm looking at the mirror. There's a mirror here. I don't know if it needs more or not. Maybe, I think it needs some more here on the front. There. And then I think maybe it needs a few more on the back. But other than that, I think it's done. So yeah, this is how it looks at the moment. I really like it, so yeah, I'm really happy with it. It did take me a long time though, but I think it looks good. I'm going to add a few more stars to it just because I don't think it's quite done, but it's nearly there, so yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm going to sew some more on and then I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. Here I am just sewing a few more stars onto the front. I just tried it on in the mirror and decided that I wanted a few more stars on the front just because I felt like it would look better, so yeah, here I am just sewing a few more stars onto the front. And here I am doing it again. So yeah. The skirt is finally done. So it looks like this. Can you see? So this is a skirt. It looks like this. It's finally done. I did do some more sewing off camera just because it was slightly easier. This is how the skirt finally looks. It just looks like this. So yeah, this is how the skirt looks. I'm really happy with it. I don't think I'm going to add any more. I think it's done. I just need to cut this off so that's not hanging down. But yeah, this is how the skirt looks from front. This is how it looks on the back. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. So the next time you'll see me, I will be in my outfit. So yeah, I will see you on Sunday for the outfit. Okay, so this is the final outfit for Taylor Swift. I nearly fell over then. But I'm wearing the skirt that I made, obviously, with the stars on it and all the patches. And I'm just wearing this Calvin Klein sequin top. It just looks like this. Can you see? And then I just wore my hair in a ponytail because I think it's going to be quite warm. And then I'm wearing my Dolce & Gabbana trainers, which you can't see, but anyway. And then I've got my friendship bracelets, some of the friendship bracelets I made, but I want to keep on this arm. And then for my jacket, I'm gonna wear this mulberry denim jacket I got it years ago, like when I was like 16. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it on so you guys can see. And then for my bag, I'm just gonna take my, this is like a clear MCM one, and it's got all my friendship bracelets in the back and front. So yeah, so this is my final outfit for Taylor Swift. It just looks like this, and yeah, this is a final outfit for Taylor Swift. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go to the Eras tour. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy, please like and comment. And if you want to learn more about my disability and learn more about how I do one-handed tasks, and you might want to see more of me, please consider subscribing. The subscribe button will be below. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!